Hi, I'm Rowan D'Souza. My friends and I recently ventured into the world of learning how to drive. Welcome to
I'm on the road! Yeah!
So you took the competition. Ellie, can you look forward? Look into the cameras.
Ready? Flip and then walk away.
So the teenagers don't always realise how much they know. That's been my experience as well.
Yeah.
And these kind of conversations have them realise it and give them the power to articulate it, and then it could make a difference. But while it's going around and around their heads, they have no idea the power they've got to make the difference. Especially when they're shouting down a lot.
You're not going to be able to stop parents shouting down teenagers.
Have I ever shouted at you? You haven't abused childhood, have you?
I never said I was abused. Boy, have you shouted.
Obviously, I needed to get a point across.
Yeah. No, you've never shouted at me.
I should add some more without reason.
Ah, yeah. No, all right, yeah. Have you ever shouted at me without... No, you've never shouted at me without reason.
Thank you.
Without your reason.
Parents are used to telling us what to do.
Do you see, as a parent, it's difficult for me to be in an instructor role when you're just hearing it like I should tell them what to do?
It's kind of hard not to hear it like that. What? I'm talking about something else. Don't explain to me how to drive. I know how to drive. You just need to tell me where to go.
Can you keep your eyes on the road?
I can.
And your mind on the job?
Ah, there's two totally different things.
You know what? Got no fuel in here at all. Children, who'd have them, honestly?
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry about the clutch, look right. That's it. Good to indicate. Indicate. Brake. Remember to tab your brakes.
But what happens when we reverse the roles? You ready?
Do I trust you, Rowan?
No, Mum.
Do you?
Now you've got to teach Mum. Okay, so you're going to teach Dad how to do it.
Okay.
Go on then.
Alright.
The idea of the youngster teaching the parent was a brilliant bloody idea. I thought that was great.
Oh, nice.
Right. Is it pretty easy?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
We hope.
Not for anything too clever this morning.
Alright.
Right, what do you want me to do?
So you turn it on. Your foot's going to be...
Turn it on.
much.
Who would have guessed that bit?
No, you're going to tell me what to do.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
So you're just telling me what to do?
Seatbelt. Mum, seatbelt. Mum, wait a minute. Seatbelt.
Now, Mum,
Yes.
what we're going to do, we're going to do reverse parallel parking.
Felt like I was in power.
It was quite amusing because I'm not used to her telling me what to do. I'm used to sitting in that chair there and giving her the instructions and that.
Just let it roll, Mum. Alright, keep
rolling.
going. But, Mum, keep going.
But what about that car behind
You're all right, you're fine. You're about a metre from it. Go on, keep going.
Get your head out of the way. Yeah. Okay.
Same the other area.
I was scared. I was really, really, really scared. I was in a bit of a safe net because the cameras were there and I knew Dad might be on his best behaviour, but I was absolutely terrified.
Teaching my mum how to reverse park was strange because she's terrible at parking in general. Even forward parking she struggles with. A bit further than that, it needs to be completely level.
Well, it's past level now,
Okay, that
so
should be
then.
fine.
Yeah.
So
Okay, then
full
1,
lock right,
2,
and just drift forward until you can see that in the background.
Now I need you to turn this wheel over 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. 3 times. Fully around.
Turn the wheel fully.
Wait till I'm actually telling you
Yes.
to do it. Turn it fully. It's hard teaching people how to drive because you're just that one, that, and now do this.
Mirror. Indicator. Look. Go.
I've taught my mum how to work her iPhone and my iPad, and probably my iPod as well. But it seems so simple to me. Like, it seems like so crazy that she can't just get to press this button to get to the home.
And I have to say, slow down, do that step by step so I can take it in.
Well, I reckon the front of the car's now.
I don't.
All right,
Back
okay.
up, back up. There. Right.
So we look at this side or the other side?
Other side.
Well, I reckon.
Well, all right, just...
Okay, yeah, you're in charge.
Yes. Right. I think a little part of me is just being a little so-and-so.
But it's not.
That's the spot. What does...
Well, it's kind of like their chance to be a bit cheeky and kind of scold their parents, which I dream of doing one day.
Okay, let's go and do it again. Once more, we pull out, do a U-turn and a U-turn and come back. Watch for traffic.
Okay. Let's go back around and try again. Watch for traffic.
Duh! He's having a giggle. Have a look at him, you know. You're doing it wrong. Ha ha ha. Well, I'll push back on him. Ha ha ha. But being the diligent little student, I follow him.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, all right,
Keep going,
fine.
keep going.
Now, can I straighten it up now?
Keep going.
Yeah, but it's not.
Keep going. Now straighten it up. It's difficult to teach you when I can't get a word in.
Forgive me. I will try to be a better student.
Oh my God, it's a miracle. Oh, I'm going to have to try that with my ute.
Here we go. Look at your side.
Yeah, very good.
About a foot. How far your side?
Yeah, about a foot. Exactly.
Wow.
Well done. Just learned how to reverse park.
Thank you.
That's all right. It's funny because he still uses that method today. Advanced driving was another challenge for our parents, as well as for us.
So we're all good drivers, are we? Yeah? Think so? Great. Everybody's got a driver's license, yes? That's another good start.
I don't even know what I expected. I don't know.
So if you can imagine where you're standing, you're on a dual carriageway, you're going to be approaching at 65 kilometres an hour. When you hear the whistle and you see my hand drop, your job is to brake, turn to the left to miss the stationary car, straighten the car up and stop behind the truck in the other lane. So the target stop is where those yellow foam blocks are. Is that relatively clear, what we're going to do?
Wow.
How scary was that?
It didn't turn, but it's like fully gone. Well, yeah, I assumed that the car would stop. I had, I guess, trust in the car that it would be able to do that. But it really can't. I think I definitely did worse. I absolutely flattened that other car, and
Yes.
Dad only got the back.
But the reality of life is that your dad's got, in essence, an easier exercise than what you had as well. And the other thing that you can't forget is you were doing 65 and he was only doing 60.
Car's moving forward, the front wheels are stopping, but because the wheels aren't moving, your turning's just moving the car forward.
It won't turn.
Josh's drive really surprised a lot of us. Even though the wheels turned, his car kept going straight.
I think it's really good that we film this because a lot of people will be able to see the effects of going too fast when braking, especially in wet conditions.
I was nervous watching that, so I can't imagine what they must have been feeling driving the cars.
Try, if you can, not to brake early, all right?
Sure.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, you waited that time, yeah?
Yeah. I kept telling her, don't brake, don't brake, don't brake.
Just on the side of the road there, you'll notice that there's a cone just off to the edge of the road there, and there's one that's laying down. That's a little old lady walking along the footpath, and she's got a little Maltese Shih Tzu cross.
Oh, the cone's under the car. It's stuck on the car.
Drag them along the road.
So, I got a code.
Took the back off the car, yeah?
And that was really interesting to see that you may think your car is fine, but then when it comes to that sort of situation, it doesn't work as you hoped it would. Yeah.
I actually didn't know that such a thing existed. I just thought that, lessons you do before, you go for your driving test, that was it.
Do you feel that you should drive at the speed limit always?
Interesting question.
I usually drive a couple of K under the speed limit anyway, as long as the cars behind me don't get too annoyed.
So what if they do get annoyed?
If they do get annoyed, I'll speed up to the speed limit if it's safe to do so.
Why?
Because I'm a little... because I don't like annoying people. I don't.
Remember that the speed limit is the maximum speed you're allowed to drive. It's not necessarily the minimum speed.
When I'm driving around school in areas where there are a lot of pedestrians and it's home and dogs everywhere kind of thing, I do drive not 50, I always drive 40. And I always get cars up my butt.
I don't know if you can actually do that. Drive too much below the speed limit. I think you can't do that, can you?
In our final teen forum, we compared driving experiences.
One of the streets near us is a 50, but it is really long, so it could almost be a 60. So people go down it at 60. And anyway, so I stick to 50. And there are people who come roaring up behind me at 60, and I take a perverse joy in going 50, the speed limit, and making them suffer. But of course, because I'm focusing so much on going exactly 50 and keep on checking my mirror behind to see how they're dealing with it, I'm very distracted from what's in front. While I'm, I guess, doing the right thing and going the right speed, I'm not being safe.
There's a special place in hell for people like you.
So if you're talking about your friends and you're close to them, they can just, they can always call you out on it quite easily. I guess an authoritative figure can do that as well, but I guess if you're talking to an authoritative figure, you wouldn't really say what you're thinking. You would be more obliged just to listen. Well, that's for me anyway.
I'm going the speed limit.
My boss at the moment, they never uses a seatbelt. That's flat line rule. Yeah. Whenever he changes lanes, even with plenty of cars and stuff behind him, if he finds a spot, it's just straight in. It's no indication. Everyone in the back of the car is like, I really don't feel safe, but because you're my boss, I'm just going to shut my mouth and just play nice. It's nice to be able to talk to a bunch of different people about their driving experiences and all that sort of stuff, as opposed to mum, dad, few rallies, and a driving instructor.
I think the mood that you're in affects your driving.
The way your mood does set your the way you drive.
Yes, I've discussed with them that if someone goes out of the house and they've just had an argument with their mum, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, that affects their mood. and they have to be very aware that that is immediately going to affect the way they drive the car, the way they conduct themselves.
I don't feel you can manage an emotion like it's just that's just hiding it, bottling it up. And if you've been bottling up frustration, anger, and all this other crap by yourself, where you've been in front of other people, then you get in a car by yourself, you're going to be more dangerous than when you're frustrated and crappy with everyone else. Finally, when I get something good, don't give me that face. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah, what it's like to be in a car with someone angry.
Shame about the driver.
Yesterday, Dad was so annoyed at Cool Car Guy again. He does not know how to use roundabouts.
What? What did he do?
So we thought he was coming straight, but then he put his indicator on to say he was coming off. And he didn't come off, he just kept going straight past us. Well, my dad thinks it's somebody who owns a Ferrari and doesn't know how to use it. Guess what he said? Cool car, shame about the driver.
Our final debate is for or against personal cars on the road. Teams prepared to give the point of view they were given with no compromise.
Driving is stupid. Cars are stupid. They are dangerous, they are expensive, and for some reason, we just keep doing it. Oh crap, Liam, you need my prompt sheet. I was like, Liam, prompt me. You don't have the sheet. Driving is stupid. Cars are stupid. They're dangerous, they're expensive, they're really bad for the environment, and they are killing us literally by the carload. We keep paying for the petrol and buying the fluffy dice, and it's just, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, take a step back. On one hand, you've got young people. We're risk takers, we like to drink a lot, we like to stay out late, and on the other hand, you have 1.5 tons of metal moving at 60 k's an hour powered by explosions. This doesn't seem like it should be a good mix, and yet for some reason, young people are urged, oh, when are you going to get your license? You should get your license. It'd be so convenient that you get your license and get behind the wheel of this death machine.
Cars are convenient. Everyone uses them, and there's a reason for that. Okay, say there's an event you're late for. You needed to be there 5 minutes ago. Your friend swings by to pick you up. Do you want him to be, using pedal power on a tandem bicycle or pure horsepower? You can't use bikes as a viable method of transport.
We will not stand for these hippie communists telling us how to spend our money and how to live our lives.
We're not saying that everyone has to ride bikes, there's so many other options. There's public transport. We've got some very beautiful trains in Perth. We've got some amazingly luxurious buses. There are taxis, there's carpooling. I mean, it's a compromise, but it's a better option. Cars kill people. There's really no other way to put it, and we would be better off if we got rid of them.
Think of how much money has gone into improving our roads, and think of how much more time and hard-working taxpayer dollars would have to be spent to completely reconstruct the system.
It's funny that you bring up money, actually, because on a simply and speaking as a broke student, I can attest that owning a car is expensive. So first you have to buy your crappy car, then you have to fill it with petrol, then you have to buy your compulsory third party, you have to buy your license renewal, you have to pay for registration, insurance, roadside assistance. Fresh tires. Your money is literally going up in smoke. I just don't think you can make the argument that cars make more sense as, a way to save money. It's a little bit backwards.
Okay, so we live in a capitalist society, right?
Right.
If we choose to spend our money on cars, so be it, let us. Buying a car is a rite of passage. When you buy your first car, you become an adult.
I don't know about you, but I like cars. I've been to car shows, my dad likes car magazines. Cars are part of our culture.
Cars are a status symbol. You have, you know, students' bombshell cars are what students are. An accountant has a BMW.
Mums have, you know, their SUVs ploughing down all the kids.
They form our identity.
You are your car. Imagine prying yourself away from those fluffy dice that you've been holding on to for so long.
Brittany mentioned rites, specifically rites of passage, which is a different sense of the word right. But rights are funny things because they always come with responsibility. Cars are messing up the planet for everyone, and you have a right to own a car, but you also have the responsibility to use that car in a sustainable way, right?
Yep.
You mentioned that we had a responsibility to look after our planet. Well, car companies nowadays are. Green is the new cool. Come on. There are environmentally sustainable cars that are running on not petrol.
Not petrol. That's very specific of you. What kind of not
Come
petrol?
on, you can't get him down.
Sorry, Joe, you're gonna have to calm down.
Not petrol. I'm waiting.
Rocky, I'm sorry.
To hear about your miraculous
Public transport is useful for students, and it is useful when you're trying to get, and there are bus routes between places and train lines. But overall, the cars need to be the base system in order for you to be able to function.
I mean, come on. Say my 80-year-old granny has dislocated her hip and I have to hobble to the bus stop with her, wait for a bus, and then, you know...
Hope that it takes you somewhere near a hospital.
You could call an ambulance.
Ambulances are cars, aren't they?
Well, you would just, yeah, but...
What did I just say?
All right. We'll have to make an exception for those.
We win.
So, there was no clear winner for this debate. However, it seems to me that both teams have forgotten just how exciting and thrilling it can be driving for the first time.
I'm on the road! Yay!
I know you won't be taking my car away from me anytime soon.
You start just holding this one in, and then you switch it to on and run. Hold it in. And put it down and just go as fast, so let out slowly. Yep, now let that out and keep revving. Yeah, it kind of felt good that like you're the younger one and you're teaching the older one how to do it. Normally it's always them telling you what to do. Yep, take your thumb off that. All right, now let the clutch out. Yeah, now keep the revs up. Now pull in the clutch, the one on the left. Yep. You want to take your goggles off first, sometimes that's easier. Or you take the back and they just fall over, like that. You just pop them over there and you need help with that.
Oh, you ever come off it before?
Yeah, I've rolled it once and when most people, when they roll, the bike lands on top of them, but once you ride a lot more, then you just learn to bail and you just jump off and then push the bike back up. Yeah.
Thank you very much for my first lesson on riding a quad bike.
That's right.
I feel that you can't expect something to be good unless you put in hard work for it to be good. So I'm sure that all of the hard work that everyone's been doing is going to pay off in the end.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's basically it.